such a great opportunity, everyone. Because of that pesky strike, okay, we already know that you're superhuman, but now we get to talk about human stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Because
under very, very bright lights here.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like the Spanish Inquisition now.
I know. Because
how do we look in this lighting? I don't know.
Trying to get information out of you.
Do I look okay? Oh, wow. What a wonderful crowd. Are you all from North Carolina? Woo! Yeah, because I know a few came like from Florida, from Nashville, from Virginia. I came out from LA. Where are you from, Lisa? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you from?
I live in South Florida. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, it's warm.
Yeah.
Like I live in the valley, but when it's 90% humidity, you know, I did notice that my skin plumped up really quickly, and so did my belly. It's all that water retention.
This is amazing because these are actually the topics we get to talk about today. First of all, talking about humidity and your gorgeousness and beauty. And I need beauty tips, and I don't know anyone else I would rather ask than you. So I would like some of your secrets. And also, you're quite the cook.
Yes.
Ooh, food's my favorite topic.
I grew up in a Chinese restaurant, believe it or not. I know you couldn't tell.
Stop right there and let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, both my parents were chefs. They ran a restaurant. I worked in it since I was, like a little girl. And
what kinds of things would you do in the restaurant when you were a little girl?
I was waitress, cashier, bartender.
Like a 5-year-old bartender? That's amazing. You would get the biggest tips.
The rules were much lax when I was growing up. And I learned so much about business, and I think it really helped me in my career because while my other college buddies, I graduated from Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh with a drama degree, and I remember my mother was really quite surprised that they gave out degrees for acting. And I remember when I got accepted into Carnegie Mellon, which is not a good, it's not an easy school to get into. She was like, "Oh, American school's so easy." So after graduating with that degree, the one thing that Carnegie Mellon didn't teach us was, besides the acting part of it, is the business part, because it's show business. And so a lot of my friends kind of like fell through the cracks of trying to deal with the business aspect of our profession. Yeah. And if you don't know, Lisa is a stand-up comedian. Or
terrible at business.
And that's what the restaurant did for me, you know? And so a lot of things that you grow up thinking that, I would never work in a restaurant. I hate this restaurant. This restaurant just takes up all our lives. It ended up becoming such an educational foundation for me.
It's so hard to run a restaurant.
It's so hard to run a restaurant.
Even when the food is good and the people are good, there's so many things that have to go right.
Exactly. And, you know, so I don't know, does anybody work at a restaurant, own a restaurant, have been part of a restaurant business, right? It's a hard job. Yeah. And but I learned managers and agents and producers, and they would be the cooks for me, or the reception, just all the various peoples, the waiters. I just imagine myself to be the restaurant. I'm the business, and everybody else, helps to keep the business going. So, so it's very beneficial.
That's really, really cool. And being so little in a restaurant, because how old do you think you were when you were first making food, actually getting your hands into the food? Actually, I'm not saying you touched all the food before it went out.
Yeah, not until I was on my own in New York.
Oh.
Yeah, because we always ate a lot of times at the restaurant, so the cooks would do the cooking.
Yeah.
And then when I was home, my parents did all the cooking.
What's one of the earliest dishes you remember making?
It's this dish called lion's head, and it's not there's this old saying that Chinese people eat everything except and anything with 4 legs except a table. So that's not true. We don't. It's sort of like Chinese comfort food. It's cabbage and meatballs basically, and only we use the Napa cabbage, which is an Asian cabbage, and the meatballs we hand make, and it's delicious.
Pork?
You can use pork. When my mom and dad, they made it with pork, but my daughter didn't like to eat pork, so we started using ground turkey.
Ground
instead.
turkey, nice.
Yeah, which is just as delicious.
Is it like I'm Italian, that's my background, so when we make meatballs, there's breadcrumbs in it. Are there breadcrumbs in it as well?
No, we don't do breadcrumbs. We do egg, though.
Okay.
And just like soy sauce, dressing, a little cornstarch, but yeah, no breadcrumbs.
Okay.
No breadcrumbs.
That sounds awesome.
But it's delicious, and it will. I'm making a cookbook, so that recipe will be in my cookbook, and
amazing.
I hope it works out, because I want to share of my upbringing with everyone.
I love to talk about food. It's really my favorite topic, actually. So getting to hear this, and I'm so excited that you're coming out with a cookbook. When can we expect this book?
I don't know. Hopefully,
a lot of work,
hopefully
right?
next year sometime.
It's got to be so much work to make a cookbook.
It's slow. I did not really, because I don't measure when I cook. So
Same.
having to measure everything and figuring out what's needed, that's the hardest part. But
I'm experiencing this myself, because I just started making like funny cooking videos, and I cook the same way. It's all eyeballing everything, but now to teach someone to recreate, that's really hard to do with measurements. Like what?
Oh, and here's the thing. How many of you like to cook? And how many of you like to eat?
All of us.
Okay, so I didn't realize, and this is why I think there's directions on shampoo for some people, because there are some people who don't know really how to cook. How many of you don't know how to cook? Okay, not too many. This is a good group. My cousin. All right, my cousin came to help out. My mom was she was in a bad car accident in December. She's okay now, thank goodness. Bless. Thank the force. But okay, so she came to spend a week because I had to go somewhere, and she doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't even know how to boil an egg.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So she nearly put my mom in the hospital again, trying to serve her some boiled eggs. And so basically she first put the egg in hot water only, and let it sit in hot water, because we have a hot water dispenser. And when the egg didn't fully cook, she put the egg in the microwave.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And then served it to my mom.
Oh, no.
And then when my mom, who did not know that the egg had been in the microwave, tried to pop the shell, it exploded.
Oh.
And luckily, the shards of the shell did not hit her. And when I found out this, I was like, oh my God, I have to be really careful about what I write down in this cookbook. So
the kitchen can be dangerous, too.
It is. There's knives involved. So
fire.
And fire.
Have you ever hurt yourself
and hot water.
As a cook? Have you ever burned yourself or cut yourself real badly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have very sharp knives.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you have to be really careful.
You have to be really, really careful. That's so true.
Yes.
Oh, this is amazing. Okay, so your parents have this restaurant. Oh, wait, do they still have this restaurant?
Yes.
What? No, wait. We can go to this? Where is it? Tell us.
It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
All right, we're going. We're all going. We're getting on a bus.
Go Stillers.
Everyone.
I know. But yes. But yeah,
Pittsburgh.
it's been there. It's the only remaining building of the original Chinatown. in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Wow.
So
What's the name of the restaurant?
it's called the Chinatown Inn.
That's
But
awesome.
I know, but it's not an inn. You don't eat and sleep over. So I don't know why they ended up calling it an inn, but it's very, it's old-fashioned.
I love it.
The Chinatown Inn.
Yeah, and it's still there. You can go to this restaurant and try this. Is the menu still mostly the same?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this
and
so
the
much.
recipes are still the same. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta plug this restaurant in your cookbook.
Yeah, and I just want to say that this is the very first panel that I have done where I can't talk about the one thing that I love, which is my profession and all the things that I have done in my profession. But I have to say that it all started with theater. And that I can talk about.
You could totally talk about theater. Yeah, there's no rules about talking about theater. Hey.
Yes, which is so silly. But the fight that we have is very important, and we have to take care of each other in our union, and we have to make sure that everyone gets a fair chance to make a good living, or at least a living where they can survive.
100%.
And
Absolutely. And can I just say also, thank you for being a part of it. And I think that this, it's getting so much press, obviously, that I think regular people, anyone who's not a SAG actor, sees all of this. I kind of think more industries should do this right now because everything's more expensive right now, but our salaries haven't gone up, right? So it's like, I think it's setting a good example for, hey, maybe we should fight for our well-being a little bit.
And it's not just salaries, it's everything.
Treatment.
It's like treatment, the whole technology aspect of it is so vastly different from what it was just 5 years ago.
Yes.
Let alone 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
So it's about protecting, and all of us, it's almost like crazy that we are at a wonderful, I love going to conventions because I love meeting all of you and hearing your stories. It makes me so happy. I feel like it's such a win-win situation of being on a personal level rather than, just coming into your living room, which is really weird to think about. But, it fulfills the theater girl in me, to be able to have that connection with the audience. And also, it's that connection that makes it vital for what we do as a community in telling our stories. And sometimes I'll hear your stories, and it might generate an idea for me about a character, or it might generate ideas for me about wanting to tell a story that has those elements in it. And so it's the shared experience that I think makes us feel more seen and more loved and more inspired. And and then that's why for me the arts is so important, because it's all this creativity and fantasy and living out our kind of imagination, and at the same time being entertained. So I really appreciate you. I love you guys. You're just, thank you. And I just want you to know that we will be getting back to making more wonderful things for you, and this is why I do what I do. It's just about making people of all different backgrounds and different cultures come together, and I so appreciate you all, and I'm so sorry that we're at a place in our lives where I still want to come see you, but it's like, let me talk about me.
But don't feel bad about that, because
so weird.
I'm sorry it's weird for you, but thanks for indulging us, because this is really a cool opportunity to find out a little more about you, because you are human. Yes, you're superhuman also, and all
I'm like
the
the
things
biggest
we see you
nerd.
in.
I am like in my wheelhouse here. I am the biggest nerd in the world. I love collecting toys of me as well. It's so weird. I just...
We love collecting toys of you too.
But, and I, like, for me, I love, like, there's so many hobbies in my life, and when I see people bring their art or bring things that they've done, where they're bejeweling images or doing like bracelets or doing, like, somebody else just handed me another like handmade gift that's just so beautiful, which I can't specifically talk about, but her last name's Anderson, I believe. So if you're out there, thank you so much for giving me this beautiful gift. It's like, it makes me so happy because I love to knit. I love to garden. I love to cook. I love to like learn piano and languages, and it's so wonderful to have hobbies,
Yeah.
And I don't understand when people don't.
I know.
It's weird.
You have to have a real life to draw from in your art.
Yeah.
So to be a well-rounded, multifaceted person and human, I think, imagining, makes you the great actress that you are as well.
Thank you.
And bringing it back around to theater, I would love to hear a little bit more about how you started acting. I'm picturing you at the restaurant at the Chinatown Inn, this little girl, and at some point you got this bug. Tell us about it.
Well, I actually got the bug in third grade.
Third grade.
I was... let's see, it was an Easter play, and I think my character's name was Thumpy. I was one of the rabbits. And I remember coming out on stage,
not a SAG production.
I was
so.
like really like filled with adrenaline. It was my really first time like being on stage, and I came like charging out, and I tripped, and sort of like stumbled a little bit, and people were laughing because they thought it was part of the show. And instead of being embarrassed, like, it made me so happy that people were laughing and enjoying themselves. And I think that's when the acting bug bit.
Wow, so you really fell into this business.
I really fell into the business, yes. And I'm still clumsy. I know I play very like cool characters, but as soon as the director yells cut, yeah.
I love the symbolism of this, though, because your literal first moments on a stage, you fall down, and instead of going, oh, I ruined this is terrible, you were like, this is awesome. And that's such a great way to approach anything in life, I think.
I think so. Because, and I try to teach my kids this, too.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter how, if you fail at something, don't take it personally. And we're all going to F up. We're all going to have those moments. But to me, those are the learning experiences. Those are the things that make you better. So don't feel like if you fail, it's the end of the world. It could feel like that at the moment, but like you said, pick yourself up and go, okay, what can I learn from this? Mm-hmm. And just be human. Just feel like, oh, okay, I messed up. I said something wrong to somebody. How do you fix it? Go and apologize. How much does it take to go to someone that you care about and just go, you know what? I'm sorry if I hurt you with that comment, or I'm sorry I laughed at something that you didn't think was, worthy of laughing at, that it hurt your feelings. Any of those things. You fail at a business, you fail at whatever, it's okay. You didn't murder anyone. Nobody murdered anyone in this room, did they?
Statistically, probably one or two.
What? You know, I know I have in my career as my characters.
Right, a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
probably
about
have a big death toll,
Yes.
actually.
But, you know, absolutely. Just accept yourself for all your flaws and still go after your dreams. Because I shouldn't be someone to have made it as far as I have. And you know, I'm Asian, I'm a woman, now I'm a woman of a certain age, but still look really good.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you do. I mean,
but
I'm blinded by seeing you in person
I
is
love
crazy.
coming here because I get such an ego boost from you guys. Thank you so much.
Serious. No, you're not even a real person because, like, on TV, you're like, man, those filters are great, but like, no, it's completely real, and like, you're
Thank you.
even more gorgeous in person.
No, thank you. Thank you. I'll pay you later, Lisa.
Dear God.
All right.
I just want to know some of these beauty tips, you know?
But just be happy and not you know. I mean, I have my down moments. I remember. Okay, not to toot my own horn, but I just recently got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Woo! Yes! Hell yes!
And I will tell you, I cried when I first found out, and then I cried some more when I had to deal with the ceremony. Because I didn't feel worthy of it, you know? And the anxiety that it gave me, because I'm sort of an introvert.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
anxiety, say this.
yes, and the anxiety of having that spotlight on me as opposed to me as a character was such it gave me so much, like, oh, I can't even express the level of angst I had. Like,
wow.
My husband came home one day and I was literally crying in the living room. He's like, "Are you okay? What happened?" You know? And I said, "I don't know what to do about the star ceremony. I can't stand it. I don't want to do it." And he was like, "Honey, it's supposed to be a good thing. You're supposed to be celebrating your career." But then as soon as I take it away from myself and treated it more like an opportunity to pave the way for more Asian, you know, AAPI entertainers, and you know, and paving the way for more just recognition for the AAPI community in entertainment. And then, thank you. And then taking it away from myself and treating it like it's a moment for my friends and my family, especially my mom, to celebrate the fact that I had been, you know, killing myself in a way in my career, working 17-hour days. And so then I was able to enjoy it more. And then it became a party, you know, because I had my wonderful actress friends from a film I can't announce. But it was about, you know, daughters and mothers, and it was wonderful. It was, you know, it became an incredible life-affirming experience. So I'm telling you, anytime you feel down, anytime you feel like you feel worthless, I've been there, and I'm telling you, it's okay.
Wow.
And it's okay to then figure out a way to make the situation better, because then you stay younger looking.
Yes.
That's my secret.
Yeah, this is so cool that you're sharing this vulnerability, because I think that it is normal to sometimes feel like we don't belong somewhere and, you know, have those moments of doubt, but to then go, you know what though, it's great to celebrate yourself. That's not a bad thing. In the old days they would say, "Oh, you're conceited." No, you should love yourself. You should like yourself and love yourself and celebrate yourself. And, you know, not delusionally so, but, you know, when you've worked hard, you know, why not take a moment and go, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm getting this honor. I guarantee you no one in this room thinks that that's like given to you, just given to you. You have earned it, and absolutely, I'm so excited that you're there. And next time I'm there, I'm taking a picture with your star.
Oh, I know. If you ever go to Hollywood, take a picture. I'll repost it.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool, and you, of course, you deserve it, and I'm glad that you celebrated that as you should. It's huge. This is amazing. So little Ming-Na Wen, 7 or 8 years old in 3rd grade, you're playing Thumpy, falling onto the stage. That was your debut as an actress. So how did it go from that point on? Were you a theater student, or was it just like, there must be an in-between college and Thumpy?
No. I mean, I was in a theater program all through high school. Mount Lebanon High had an amazing arts program, and then I went off to Carnegie Mellon for 4 years, and then went straight to New York and did off-Broadway, and just one thing led to another.
When kids or young adults get into any of the arts, parents start to worry. Were your parents like that at all, worried that you were going to be in the arts?
Yeah, no, my mom didn't. She thought I had to sleep my way to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did, but no, I'm joking. She was very worried, very, very worried, and once again, with that star ceremony, she finally fully. Let me tell you another funny story about my mom. Then, so there was a convention for the first time in Beijing. Okay, and applauding Beijing. Okay, and so I was like, "Hey, Mom, let's, I'll take you as my guest, and then we'll have the rest of the family come out, and then we'll go visit our relatives after we're done with the convention." And she was like, "Oh, okay." So the whole time she's so confused. She's like, "Okay, who you work for?" And I'm like, "No, it's like this convention. Like I get to meet my fans, and I get to take pictures with them, sign autographs." And she just went, "Who know you?" Nothing like setting your, like just take you back down. Just knock you right back down. Because she didn't think I had any fans or anyone in China, of all places.
Wow.
So it was hilarious because, so when we landed in Beijing, and there were like so many fans waiting at the airport with flowers and gifts and everything, and she was astounded.
Wow.
And I was like, "They know who I am, Mom." So that's going to be the title of my autobiography. Who know you?
That's brilliant. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so good.
But she's great. She's wonderful. 88 years strong.
Oh my God. God bless her.
Yeah. Talk about a woman warrior for sure.
Yeah.
She is. She is amazing, survived. But
it's important to have strong female role models in our lives, which I think is a big reason why a lot of us love you. Okay? I've had many conversations about you amongst my female friends over the years.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Aw.
You're just like
Creepy.
everything everything that you're in, of which we can't talk about, is always so much better because you're there.
Aww.
It's true. It's so
That's
true.
really sweet. Yeah, thank you.
And I'm like, breaking barriers left and right, like not even making a big deal about doing so.
Hey, where are you going?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't leave now.
2 seats available. Anybody? No.
Moving up closer. Yes.
Adorable.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But I do also want to, do you have any beauty tips for it? I know that there's also genes, and obviously you got some kind of amazing genes from mom, from dad, that you're so like stunning and powerful, like everything.
I have a good trick. I have a good trick.
I want tips.
Because I know all of you love to probably watch shows and stream or play video games or whatever, on a regular basis. I do too. I love streaming everything, or videotapes or whatever. But so when you're sitting on your couch, okay, do your stretches. Number one thing to do, okay? Key to a good health and body and mind is to stretch. And I will show you some tips.
Yes.
Okay. So when you're just sitting on your couch, all right, just do this and this. Everybody in the front row can do.
Yeah.
Just
It
do
already
this.
feels amazing.
You would be amazed, all right? Do that like 10 times, even when you're standing in those damn lines for those autographs and photos, and just that circulates your blood, and the circulation of blood is the most important thing. And then just do simple things, all right? And this is another one. I love this one. Okay. Everybody can do this. Just go like this. I want to videotape this. Hold on. It looks really good.
It does.
It looks amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't stop. All right. Do that for 50 to 100 times. You will feel the circulation.
You feel it, yeah.
You feel it. And it releases all the tension. It releases, it's so good for you. Okay? So while you're watching TV, how hard is this? It's not hard. And it takes you could do that, like the stretching thing for 10 times, 20 times, whatever. And do it throughout the day when you're watching TV. When you're standing in line, I swear people are going to start doing this.
Yes.
Just like every so often. Just do a little.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do a little this. I don't know if you can see, but flex your foot.
Yeah.
And if you stretch out those hamstrings, and you stretch out your shoulders, by just even if you don't want to do it up here to circulate the air, just do it down here. Like this. Or just do this when you're standing.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
This is all you need to do. All right? You would be amazed how much better your body feels.
This was the coolest yoga class I've ever taken, honestly. And
it's all about keeping your blood circulation going to stay younger. And it's good for your mind too.
it is good for your mind. It
Don't you feel better?
recenters
Do you guys all feel a little better?
Yeah.
Like a little less stressed on the shoulders and everything?
Just keep moving.
Yeah.
Just keep moving. Keep your muscles moving.
Yeah.
Keep stretching.
That's right.
It's such a simple tip.
Huh?
You're going to see it in a line. Everyone do it.
I know!
Yes.
That's gonna. It's awesome.
It is awesome. And I think we
Yeah.
all kind of fidget anyway, but to have like a specific way to move around that gets the blood flowing, I think is brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
on a flight, long drives, you can still move even though you're in a chair.
That's right.
Yeah,
So-
that's a great beauty tip.
Oh, I know. I do that in the car. Like if I'm waiting, and because in LA we
too,
have so much traffic, like I'll just squeeze the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And you'd be amazed like what that does
Yes,
for
and
your biceps and
forearms too,
Yeah.
and your hands and fingers. By the way, those
because
are
we hold
muscles
our
that you need to
phone
work.
all the time. This is why I use this little gadget. Now there's going to be a purchase of all this little.
That's actually really cool. Yeah.
But I bought it for several reasons on set. But it's a neck holder, so it's hands-free.
Nice.
And then it's good because there was one time when my phone fell between the chairs in the airplane, and then it slid back.
Oh.
You know, and I was so worried about somebody stepping on it or me losing it. So I use this when I'm in the on the airplane,
Yeah.
so I don't lose my phone.
Smart. I love that.
Okay, just little tips.
I love all these. Okay, I love all these.
I got a
life
million of
tips.
them.
Yeah, this is great. See, this panel could be 3 hours long.
Oh,
of
you
just
know
your
what's
tips.
another good one that nobody does? When you go to the dentist and they give you those little rubber tip things. The like little rubber tip thing. That's the dentist I go to. Okay, the real me is coming out.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting comfortable. That little pointy and for the teeth.
Yeah.
Use it. After you brush your teeth, you would be amazed how much plaque is on your teeth still.
Yes.
After you use when you brush your teeth, just use it, and it makes a world of difference for your teeth.
Yeah.
And your teeth health makes you healthier too. So
Yeah, and they have those at any pharmacy.
like I
I've
get
seen 'em.
excited. Like I'll brush my teeth, and then I'll start doing the orange thing. I'm like, damn, there's still so much plaque in my teeth. It's remarkable. So and it's good for your breath too.
And they always say that, like, people on their deathbeds, that's one of their things. They're like, don't have any regrets and do this, do that. And then they're like, and also your teeth. That's always like a last, that's one of the things they say. Yes.
What do you mean that's one of the things
That's like
they
one
said?
of the things that, like, when you see like those lists of like what nurses say people say on their deathbeds. I'm not making this up, right? You've seen it? Anyone?
No.
Am I maybe
They
I'm
talk
making
about
this
their
up.
teeth?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like dental health. Because, when older people a lot of times have dentures, and because they didn't take care of their teeth as well as they
Seriously?
could have. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, that's the first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
It's I
That's
swear
my
I
other-
read this article once. Okay, everyone? Oh, look at me like I'm crazy.
That's my other tip. It's very good.
These are fantastic tips. Well, they do say actually that dental health is related to your overall health. So,
Yeah.
I think it is important to, as tired as you are, everyone, don't forget to brush and floss. I know you all love your Mountain Dew out there.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
know. And water. Water's really
Yeah, lots of water. Hydrate.
Oh, another thing is throw a little salt, like just a pinch or two of salt in your water.
Oh.
And you get hydrated better.
Yes.
Your body absorbs it better.
Well,
just
that's what
a pinch or two.
Yeah, that's what electrolytes are.
That's what electrolytes are. There you
It's
go.
salt, and that's why when you work out and you're sweating a lot, you're sweating out salts, and you can get dehydrated even if you're drinking water if it's just purely filtered.
Yeah, because then it just flushes. It doesn't
Absolutely.
stay in your system.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there we go.
Wow.
This is the strangest panel.
And I love it, right? This is the best.
What is it? Health 101.
I know.
Ming-Na
These are
Wen.
like the little
Yeah.
things that. That's what I mean, though. This is a special opportunity to talk to you like
Is
this.
it, though?
It is. Okay. Do you drink coffee?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you take your coffee? What's your order, and how do you make it at home?
I love lattes,
Me too.
and I love soy milk, and I usually put some coconut sugar and cinnamon in my
Ooh,
coffee.
yeah.
Yeah, just a little
Coconut
bit.
sugar, cinnamon, soy milk. Ming-Na Wen coffee, everyone.
That's my latte.
Do you grind your beans at home?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I knew you did.
Oh, I love to grind, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Grind those beans.
I knew you were a grinder. So, French press, or do you have a special machine?
Ooh,
right.
French press.
Yeah, French press. You have to, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, you got the burr grinder. I already know.
Yeah, no,
this.
I do French press sometimes. It's just too much work.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah, so I have a special machine that does all that.
What kind of machine? Please.
I don't want to give out a name.
I have a Jura. Do you know what those are?
Yes.
I spend a lot of money on a coffee machine.
Yeah.
Way more than I should
Yeah.
ever, because
Yeah.
coffee makes me happy and it fuels me for the rest of the day. So why not drop a couple of grand?
Next.
I don't make that much. I only have to work 3 Comic-Cons to make the money to pay but worth it.
No, I do love my coffee.
Oh, yeah, it's
I
great.
love my coffee.
It's great. Well,
Yes.
okay, so we've talked about so many cool topics. Okay, want to bring it back around to the cookbook. Please keep an eye out for that.
Yes.
Also, you love doing these comic book conventions. You get to meet everybody.
Well, I used to go to comic book conventions.
Yeah?
When yeah, because and back then it was just like, comic book conventions with some splattering of celebrities and things. But I was such a nerd. I was the president of my science fiction club in high school. And
Really?
I am officially
That's
the
why
real
you're
deal
so
here.
good in all this
I
stuff.
am the real
because
deal.
There is a real deal spark in your heart that
Absolutely.
comes out in these roles.
And I just, gosh, I remember it was such geek. I was in the audience when the actor who plays Merciless Ming in the original Flash Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
What? That's right. Oh, see? My people.
Amazing.
I know, I'm having a little jet lag brain fog here. Yeah, so I'm in the audience, and I'm like, I'm Ming too! My friends were so embarrassed. So embarrassed. So yeah, I used to go to them, and I still, if I could, I would still love to be able to walk the floors and things. But,
You'd have to wear like a full...
I would wear a disguise.
You'd have to be a furry.
I've done it. I've worn disguises before.
Yeah, I bet. That's cool.
It's
That's
fun.
so cool. I could talk to you for 3 more hours, and I know you're just getting warmed up, but can you believe we're at the end of this?
Woo! I'm glad you
can't
guys
believe
put
it.
up with this. I hope it was entertaining, no matter what. This is very different, and again, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.